Hello, how are y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, I have got to figure this out, and if you know a solution, you need to let me know. But I need some music, so I'm using my phone, which is where the music would be playing. And if I try to play music, it doesn't do the live because it's using, that video part. So, anyways, I probably just need to bring another device. I have an old iPad, and I'm thinking that may be how I can do this. But I don't know. If you know the solution, let me know because I feel like I even need some music to get me going. I want to tell you that today I did not really want to do this. I didn't really want to care for my body. I didn't really want to work out. I didn't really want to do this live. I mean, I have, we are all out of sorts. I've been traveling quite a bit and not sleeping in my own bed. And I just getting up 4 o'clock in the morning. Some days I have more mojo than others, but I was teaching out of the book of Ruth. If you want to go follow me on TikTok, I'm doing a series, a teaching out of the book of Ruth. And I highly recommend that you go follow me, you go listen. I definitely have a passion for women in business and women who are wanting to make life changes in their health. I truly believe that they're one and the same. We need to be stewarding our life, period. So, whatever the Lord is calling you to, health is a part of it. And so, Ruth is such a beautiful, beautiful example of courage and faith and making decisions and doing hard work. She gives us a blueprint. It's so wonderful. And today I'm going to read this to you. Ruth chapter 2. You see, what was in front of Ruth was nothing but possibility. Maybe you're looking at your life today and you're thinking, I see no fruit, I see nothing good, but there is possibility, there is hope. And I want to share a message of hope with you today because Ruth followed her mother in law, Naomi, to Jerusalem for another life. And she knew that this was a possibility and that there was hope in this possibility. She didn't know what it was. She didn't know what it was, but she said yes. And she made a decision, just like I'm making a decision to do this live, making a decision to do this workout, even though my feelings weren't really adding up, giving me the energy and the motivation, just like it's never going to do that for you too. Our feelings we can never, ever, ever follow our feelings. We follow the decision that we made and we keep promises to ourselves. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But she showed up in Bethlehem, and Naomi had lost everything. She lost her husband, her sons. And the really hard part about this is that she also lost her inheritance. So when she went back to Jerusalem, she knew that it was not going to be easy for her. And she was definitely bitter. But Ruth could have agreed to Naomi's bad attitude. She could have agreed to the fact of what they saw. But she actually said yes and amen to the promises that she knew about Naomi's God. Naomi was an example. She influenced Ruth. And so Ruth made a decision based on what she knew that Naomi had told her, the example that she had lived previously. So she didn't look at what she saw. She didn't look at the attitude of Naomi. She looked at what she believed about God. And she said, let me go to the fields and pick up the leftover grain behind anyone whose eyes might find favor on me. And that is what I'm doing today. Let me go. I'm going to go ahead and do this workout when I don't know how much impact it's going to have on my body. I'm not going to have immediate results. My mindset may not be immediately changed, but I'm going to show up and do the work anyways. And so I want to encourage you today, if you are struggling with what you see in front of you and you are allowing your feelings to dictate what you're doing today, you need to be a woman of faith and you need to make a decision that you're going to act on what you believe versus what you see. You're going to act on what you believe versus what you see. So we're going to do an upper body workout today. It is super hot in this gym. I typically do not turn on the air. If you are local in the Tyler area, my specialty is doing one-on-one training with women who are in transition. You're in a season where you know God is calling you to more, but you need to steward your health in order to get to a different place. You feel the desire, but you need a partner. You need someone that will pray for you. You need someone that will challenge you. I love to do one-on-one training here in my gym. Also meet people in their own gyms. And I also have online programs. And so I would love to help you in any way. But the bottom line is that you have to make a decision and then you have to do it. You just have to show up. Ruth received a kinsman redeemer, an entire inheritance. She was part of the lineage of Jesus because she showed up. And so that's what we're going to do today. So, all right, you should get a little warm up in before you get started. So I'm going to do a little bit of warming up with my arms because we're going to do some arms. And I'm going to be ready to sweat because it's hot in here. And man, so I hope you're having an amazing day. I would love to hear from you if you just want to give me a comment where you're from, where you're watching from, if you did the workout, if you are catching the replay. And again, I would love for you to join me on TikTok as well. It's a new platform for me, but I felt very strongly that the Lord was asking me to go there. And of course, I would love support over there. And the videos there are really geared towards women in business, Christian women entrepreneurs. And so there's going to be a lot of stuff about empowerment and biblical truth about wealth and things like that. But I'm also going to be sharing about health. Both of the two things that I'm passionate about. I believe women have influence. I believe that you have a destiny. I believe that you are supposed to be using the gifts that God gave you. I don't know what that looks like. I'm not saying that everyone has to have their own certain businesses or whatever, but I believe that God gives us blueprints all in the Bible about women working and creating wealth and money for their families. And so I think it is absolutely imperative that we all clue into that and recognize that you can do things, and the Bible's full of entrepreneurs and women, but you've got to be open to receive that that's actually what it was about. You can't just assume that that was never how things were, and you need to be reading with an open mind, and that's what I want to teach you, and that's what I'm pouring in. All right, let me do a few little squats to get these legs warmed up. Squats, because we are going to be working those legs a little bit, but it is mostly upper body, So crank up some music on your end, and then give me your ideas on how we can get some music playing here in the background, other than getting my own, like an extra device or something. All right, I'm going to set the timer. We've got 45 seconds. I am lifting heavy because we're only doing 45 seconds. We are going to repeat each circuit, but we're only doing 2 circuits. So you're going to feel it. You're going to get a good arm workout. I want to challenge you to lift heavy. And let's do it. First one is a pulse squat with a big press at the top. It should say 45 seconds. Yep, here we go. Squat, squat, press. Like I said, I'm lifting heavy. I've got 30 pounds here because I know that it's not too long, and I know I can stay safe with the 30 pounds. I'm using that squat as a little momentum. Squeeze that core. Use that core to help stabilize your back. Good. Nice. All right, we've got alternating rows. 10 seconds in between. Okay. We're bending over and we are rowing. Reciprocating rows. So that means I'm pushing and pulling at the same time. I'm not stopping and rowing. Push, pull. Push, pull. Good. Come on. Keep it going. Let's go. Nice. All right. Standing bicycles. So we're going to work that upper body by holding the weight. So one weight, and we are going to cross that elbow. So we're doing core here, but you're also working those biceps, that back, just by holding the heavy weight. Come on, keep going, keep going. Nice. Now, cardio. We're shuffling it. Shuffle, shuffle back. Shuffle, and big squat. Shuffle, squat. Come on. You're almost there. Come on, you're almost there. And 20-second break. Oh, man. Alrighty. Feeling it. Back to the top, friends. Back to the top. Taking those deep breaths. Carefully load up. Back to the top. Little pop. Pause at the bottom. Little. Oh. Holy moly. All right, we're reciprocating rows. Okay, all the way up. Then you're going to hinge forward, keeping that back flat. Come on. Make sure everything stays flat. Squeeze that core. And goodness gracious, pouring sweat over here. Got that bicycle standing, so be careful. Grab that weight and cross. Bring that knee up to your elbow. Nice. We've got those shuffles. All the way down. This does not have to be fast. Keep pushing right here, right here. This is how you show up. Circuit 1, done. Holy moly. Give myself a good minute. Okay. So, on this next one, you are going to grab a medium weight. The first move, it needs to be heavy, but not too heavy. So, I'm using a 20. So this is how this one's going to go. As you raise up, you're chopping. Okay, and we're going to switch to the other side. And then we've got curls. All right. So this first move is a torture because it is a full body torture. It's working your legs, it's working that core, right? And your upper body. So it is an amazing one to do. So we're going to do right side and then left side. And we've got our bicep curls. So it's a narrow curl with a wide curl. Narrow, wide. If you are catching the replay, please let me know that you are doing this with me. Make sure you watch the beginning, which hopefully you have. Just have a charge and a challenge for you to show up. Just show up. You're waiting for a perfect time. You're waiting for perfect circumstances. You're waiting. You're waiting. And so often, we're begging God to make a change in our life, but we're the ones that is waiting. We're the ones. So today, I want you to do it. I want you to just show up. Just show up imperfectly. It doesn't even have to be for this full workout. I don't know what it is for you. Just show up. That is what matters. All right. Here we go. All right. Lunge. So it's across your body. As you come up, you're chopping. And chop. And chop. All the way down. Chop. Chop. Keeping everything facing forward. My shoulders are forward, my core, my feet, everything is forward. Switching sides. get your balance because you're slinging a heavy weight. Come on. Obviously, we're working legs today too, but our primary focus is the upper body. Bicep curls. Again, medium weight. It should be challenging. Narrow and wide. Narrow, turn them out. Wide. Narrow, wide. Come on. Keep it going. Even when it burns. Come on. Good. All right. We are going to pass this ball front back, front back. Sam, my battery's low. My battery's low. All right. Putting those feet. Drop. Little lift. Grab it. Come on, keep pushing, keep pushing. 20 seconds. Back to the top. For the second circuit. Man. Okay. Down and up. Down, up. We're going to switch sides. Come on, friend. I'm struggling too today. You can do this. Squeeze that core. Lift and squeeze. does not have to be fast. You want to try to keep those shoulders off the ground. Man. Okay, so listen, that was not an extremely long workout at all. However, when you are lifting heavy enough weights, your calorie burn skyrockets. And if you are in perimenopause, which you're watching, so I know you are, you have got to lift heavy, okay? You can only last for so long with 5 pounds, 10 pounds. Now, maybe when you're getting started, that 10 pounds, you're gonna stay there for a while because there's other options. You can increase the speed that you're working, like I just did, slow paced with the heavy weight. Got in about 8 reps, and that's about exactly what I want to get when I'm lifting heavy. But if I'm lifting light, you better believe I need to be cranking out at least 12 reps, at least. Okay? So there's always a way to challenge yourself, always, always. But you need to start somewhere, and then you need to progress through the workout. If you feel like, for yourself, you've been doing this, say you did this video a month ago, and you were going to do it again today, you need to compare where you are today, and if you feel like you have not changed much, you know what to do. You have to increase your weight. You need to go from 5 to 7.5 pounds or 8. You need to then go from 8 to about 12, and then just keep slowly progressing. I do love Bowflex Select weights because it does allow you to slowly increase the increments. Here, I just have a whole bunch of different weights. I have 3s, I have 5s, I have 8s, I have 12s, I have 10s, I have 15s. So you have to decide. But you can always add on a 3rd set. So even though I was going with the timer, all you have to do is keep going with the next set of workout and do another set of that same exercise. So if you want to keep challenging yourself, friends, there is so many different ways to challenge yourself. What I want you to do is choose a challenging weight. Do exactly what I did. Do the workout with me. See how you feel. Put it on paper, the date, and the name of the workout, and how heavy of weights you use, and then start tracking what you're doing. Because if you don't track, if you don't have a vision for where you're going, you're literally going in circles. You have nowhere to go. If you don't know where you're going, you have nowhere to go. The Bible also teaches that. So I believe in you. I believe that you watched this today on purpose. I believe God has a purpose and a plan for you. I believe that you just need to do something today. You need to make a decision and you need to do the hard thing. Whatever it is, quit procrastinating. I procrastinated all day. Like, I normally get my workouts in much earlier than I did today. And it's no fun. It's no fun putting things off, because then not only do you have the physical challenge, but then you have the mental challenge. But that's why you have to keep promises to yourself, because that mental load that you're carrying is impacting your life. And I want you free from that. But the only way to set yourself free is to actually keep promises. Do what you said you were going to do. Be a woman of your word. So have an amazing day. Don't forget to go follow me on TikTok. If you are a woman in business who is ready to start rising, who is ready to experience revival, spirit, soul, and body, because you know that that will make a difference in your life, you need to comment RISE. I need to get you my free guide, and then you need to consider partnering with me in some way, shape, or form. I hope you have an amazing day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.